why did you apply to Oxford and to Pembroke?
I can go first. I think Hope knows my reason, but my main reason for Pembroke and Oxford, I guess, because I did the Tyler Prize, which is one of the kind of streams that come under Thinking Black. So it's like an essay competition slash like program, and it was really great, and you get to like do the work that you would do at Oxford. So write like a long essay, do the referencing or the reading. So that was really cool, and just developing the skills. And I guess just being in Pembroke and being in Oxford during the ceremony at the end really sealed the deal for me. I just felt like Oxford was a place I can be, and doing the work as well, I just knew that I could be here. So that was like my main reason for Oxford and for Pembroke in particular.
Yeah, for me it was kind of like Oxford in general, just because I kind of been there a lot more than like Cambridge by comparison, and most other universities, just through like Target Oxbridge, which is run by Rare Recruitment, which is a really fantastic program to kind of get kind of prospective Black applicants acquainted with the universities, acquainted with Oxford and Cambridge, because especially for a lot of students, and me included, our schools weren't really helpful in helping to apply. In terms of why Oxford, it was the course for me. So for English, we learn Old English as you learn Spanish or as you learn French. So we learn the full grammar. We end up almost becoming like, I'm hesitant to say fluent, but with some proficiency, you can read it, you can speak it, you can write it, etc. And that really intrigued me as someone who likes that kind of medieval stuff. And in terms of Pembroke, weirdly, it was the first college I'd ever visited. I'd made like a little list of kind of ones that I liked when I was walking around, but there was just something about it. I don't know, it was just a gut feeling. I was like, because I had my kind of top three, but I was like, you know what, it would just be kind of nice to apply to the first one I'd been to. I really liked it when I went there, and I mean, it worked out in the end.
Yeah, no, Pembroke is really beautiful. And Reco, would you like to?
I think the reason like I chose to go to Oxford was sort of because the sixth one I went to was like really competitive. It was like you kind of had to apply to Oxbridge at some point if you had the grades for it. Like I didn't necessarily think I was going to get in. Then in year 12, I remember we had like a summer school with Oxnet at Pembroke, and I just felt like we had to write an essay on it. I remember the essay was like something about like a comparison between like totalitarian leaders, and I was like, that's pretty interesting. So I wrote about that, and then I got in. I was like, that's pretty cool. And the summer school was like really interesting. Like the work we had to do beforehand was kind of long, and I was like, do I really want to go to this Oxford place? I was like, this is a lot of reading. But then once I was actually at the summer school in Pembroke, I was like, I really enjoyed my time there, like able to learn about like different parts of history, different aspects of humanities in general. And I was like, everyone that I met literally was just nice. I was like, this place is actually not as bad as I'd previously assumed. And then one of the people that was sort of like the student helpers at the time, she was like, you might as well just apply, like, because the whole week she's just trying to encourage me to apply. So I was like, I might as well do it. So then when it came to applying, I was still like sort of in limbo between like Oxford and Cambridge, whether I even wanted to go to any college in Oxford. So I was going to actually apply to St. John's until like the last day before my application. Then I was like, I might as well apply to Pembroke because I've met people there and I've been there before and I sort of know what it's like. So that's what changed my mind.